Good late Thursday evening. I am certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on the September 5th of 2019. Not quite officially fall yet, even though meteorologically it should be fall. But it was hot and humid again today with highs back near 90 degrees across the board. We'll keep it hot for the next several days, even though thunderstorm chances want to start lining up once again, especially as we go into next week. We'll touch base on that, including a look at Hurricane Dorian. We're starting off, as always, with a look at our time lapse from Indigo Sky Casino and Resort just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Nice start to the day with mostly sunny skies and a little bit of cloud cover coming and going. Otherwise, we kept things nice and quiet on this Thursday all across the board. But it definitely has been on the hot and humid side of things, especially for most of the work week. We went from 91 on Labor Day to 89 on Tuesday. Then we just stuck in the lower 90s while our average high continues to trend downward. We should be topping out around 87 today. And I'll tell you what, it would be nice if we saw temperatures this weekend look a lot like what we had this past weekend with mid-70s to mid-80s for highs. But no, we will keep things on the hot side as we venture through the course of this coming weekend. At least it looks nice and quiet from 7th and Rangeline as temperatures thankfully continue to fall after we went past sunset. We had an official high today from Joplin Regional of 90 degrees, again warmer than our average high of 87. And not too far off the average low of 64 today with the official low of 71. The last check of Joplin Regional Airport, we were sitting at 75 with the south breeze at 6 miles per hour. Humidity, not too terrible, sitting at 84%, and dew point sitting right around 70. That gives you an idea of where temperatures will bottom out as we go throughout the course of the night. As far as temperatures across the rest of the area, we're primarily in the mid-70s. Most spots between 73 let's say 75 degrees. There are a few exceptions, like Yates Center at 76, Miami Grove and Jay sitting at 72. Eventually, though, we're going to see everybody drop off into the lower 70s before we hit sunrise as we head into your Friday morning. Overnight lows will drop to 71. And believe it or not, we'll actually have a cold front work on through for your Friday. It's not going to do a lot for us, especially with temperatures. Once we get the sun to rise, we'll be warming up near 80 by 10 o'clock and pushing to about 86 as we get Friday afternoon underway at the noon hour. The Skywise Storm Tracker has been pretty calm across much of the area. We have been keeping an eye on just a few showers with a very, very weak wave clipping northeastern parts of Missouri. The main action, though, continues to be right along the Carolina coast with Dorian still trying to hold on, but thankfully it's in a much weaker state compared to how it started out at the beginning of the week, with it being a potent Category 5 just sitting right on top of the Bahamas. Last check from the National Hurricane Center had Dorian Category 2 with measured wind speeds at its strongest of 100 miles per hour. Thankfully, it is continuing to move quite a bit now, northeast at 13 miles per hour. That will continue to take it along the North Carolina coast as we get your Friday morning started. But thankfully, as it continues to work over cooler Atlantic waters and interacting with some aspects of land along the coast, it will continue to weaken. It should be a Category 1 by the time we get your Friday morning started, and it will continue to hold on to Category 1 strength as it ventures away from the Atlantic coast as we head toward Friday evening. By the time we get the weekend thoroughly underway, it'll start heading toward Nova Scotia and Newfoundland as we head towards Saturday as it continues to slowly weaken. So it won't be long before we finally say goodbye and good riddance to Dorian. Now that the jet stream has finally picked up Dorian, it will continue to move off to the north and the east in rather good fashion compared to the very slow snail's pace that it was working at to start the week. In our neck of the woods, though, high pressure, upper level ridge of high pressure right on top of us. That's what kept us rather hot and humid today. It'll do the same tomorrow, despite this working in from the north. It's another cold front, but like the last one that worked in during the middle of the week, not going to do a lot for us. You might notice a wind change with that cold front as it passes on through, but it doesn't really do much to cool us down tonight. It'll be another mild night with overnight lows across the board with mostly clear skies, right around 71 degrees. And again, as that front works through the area, the only way you'll notice it is if you see or feel the wind rather, change from a southerly direction to more westerly as we get into the afternoon. Otherwise, it's mostly sunny, and we stay hot and a bit humid, with highs around 91 in downtown Joplin. In fact, everybody should be back near 90, if not in the lower 90s, as we head into Friday afternoon. The main weather feature that'll tell the story is what's going on at the jet stream level in terms of how the rest of the weekend unfolds and going into next week. For the weekend, it's all about this upper level ridge maintaining control. Even though it shifts off to the southeast as we go through Saturday and Sunday, that will keep us in the 90s for the rest of the weekend. But as it shifts toward the southeast, especially on Sunday, look at what happens to the jet stream, the main corridor of winds. It starts digging more out of the southwest, and we'll start to see quite a few disturbances lining up and riding in along the jet. That means thunderstorm chances looking to return. The best odds of the thunderstorm chances returning looks to be during the middle of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and going toward next Thursday. But as we roll in the 7-day forecast, you could argue maybe a stray storm or two as the jet stream gets a little more active as we head towards Sunday afternoon and even Monday afternoon. Even with these rain chances lining up, though, it's unfortunate that it won't cool us down a whole lot. 91 on Friday, 90 on Saturday. Let's go 93 for Sunday afternoon. And we stay primarily in the lower 90s for a good portion of the next week, even with these rain chances lining up. You could argue maybe falling back into the upper 80s on Wednesday, but temperatures will stay kind of warm, if not on the hot side, as we go through the next several days. Have a good night. Have a great Friday.